Feels so wrong yet so right. I never imagined we would find ourselves here. But when my landlord knocked on my door, a rush of desperation washed over me, and I realized I was cornered with nowhere left to turn. 3 months overdue on rent. No chance to settle the debt. All alone with nowhere to go. And then he whispered a secret I couldn't resist. A temptation I couldn't resist. Yet I held back. Before we dive in, could you spare a moment to show some love and subscribe? In just a fleeting moment, a spark ignites, nurturing something beautiful and unexpected. Your support means everything to me. Let's take that first step together. The knock sent a shiver through me. I tightened my robe, a rush of vulnerability washing over me as my bare thigh peeked out. Yet fatigue dulled my senses, leaving me indifferent to the thrill of the moment. I pushed the door open, my heart racing with anticipation. Mr. Peter stood there, his gaze lingering on me, a spark of something unspoken hanging in the air. Measured, intentional. Catherine, you're 3 months late on your rent. I clutched my robe closer, feeling the weight of the moment. Mr. Peter, please, I just need a little more time. He stepped inside, the door clicking softly shut, sealing away the world outside. The air grew heavy with unspoken words. His eyes held on to her, a mix of longing and guilt as he watched a woman like her fight her battles. He whispered, his voice a soft caress, so enchanting yet so vulnerable. Heat surged through me, igniting a longing I dared not acknowledge. I'll find a way, no matter the cost. He let out a soft sigh, his head shaking as if to dismiss the weight of unspoken feelings. Time may slip away, darling, but it won't keep the lights on. I had done it all. Late nights, stolen moments, sacrifices made. Nothing felt complete. Text, just a moment more, I breathed softly. His gaze lingered on me, a silent intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Or perhaps, is there a chance for us despite everything? My stomach twisted with a mix of longing and fear. There it was, the silent promise laid bare before us. What are you trying to say? Oh, Catherine, you understand me better than anyone else. The room closed in around them. My robe clung to me, a whisper of fabric against my skin. It's our little secret, he whispered, just for us. My heart raced as I paused, caught in a moment of uncertainty. His smirk deepened as he watched me twist in discomfort. I can make your troubles fade away. I let out a shaky breath. Only him, and the weight of unspoken desires. With a hesitant breath I nodded, my heart racing. His smile grew, a secret promise lingering in the air. Then he reached out and brushed my shoulder, his gaze a mix of longing and uncertainty. Sweetheart. Mr. Peter guided me into the bedroom, his hold steady yet gentle, igniting a thrill that felt both exhilarating and wrong. The air was heavy, wrapping around me like a secret as I crossed the threshold. The intoxicating aroma of aftershave mingled with a deeper masculine essence, wrapping around me like a secret I wasn't meant to know. He acted swiftly, heart racing with the thrill of the moment. At the edge of the bed, he slowly unfastened his belt, each movement heavy with unspoken desire. The gentle sound of metal brushed against my senses, igniting a thrill deep within. His words lingered, thick with a tension that felt both thrilling and wrong. A tightness gripped my throat. I paused, my hands clenching at my sides, a rush of conflicting emotions swirling within me. His lips curled, a tantalizing mix of mischief and dominance. Don't pretend to be so shocked, Catherine. You promised, didn't you? A flutter of warmth ignited deep within me, a thrilling, anxious sensation that felt both exhilarating and wrong. My breath caught in my throat as I moved closer, uncertainty swirling within me, my heart pounding under his gaze. His fingers wove through my hair as I leaned closer, intoxicated by his warmth, his scent enveloping me completely. Me? I leaned in closer, the electric tension between us igniting a thrill that sent shivers down my spine, each movement deliberate and charged with unspoken desire. He breathed out, a sharp sound escaping his lips, his fingers brushing against mine, pulling me closer. The sounds he made ignited a forbidden spark within me. It was wrong, yet my heart raced with every stolen glance. His breath hitched, his body coiling with anticipation. He was losing himself in the depths of us, in the unspoken connection we shared. A forbidden thrill ignited within me. Just as I felt the spark ignite, he slipped away, leaving a hollow ache in my chest. His breath hitched, a fragile whisper of longing in the air. He was on the edge, fighting the urge. "Climb on," he urged, his voice heavy with longing. I complied, rising and settling onto the bed, my robe falling away as I positioned myself over him. His hands found their way to my thighs, gliding over my skin, squeezing as if he craved to touch every part of me. "That's it," he whispered, his gaze holding mine captive. I leaned closer, our worlds colliding in a moment that felt both electric and wrong. A breathless sigh slipped from my lips as I melted into him. He groaned, his fingers digging into my hips, igniting a fire that felt both thrilling and wrong. He shut his eyes, releasing a breath he felt he had been holding for an eternity. I pushed aside the fluttering heat his words ignited within me. This was never meant to be more than a transaction. But as I began to shift, a forbidden thrill coursed through my veins. My body betrayed me, responding with a desperate longing, yearning for what I shouldn't want. I bit my lip, maintaining a calm facade, yet inside a forbidden heat coiled, a slow burn igniting with every subtle shift. "Do it, Catherine." His voice was a soft murmur, sending a shiver through me, leaving my breath suspended in the air. His voice trembled with unspoken longing, his grip a desperate anchor as he led me deeper into the night. I followed his command, heart racing, breaths coming in shaky gasps. Every touch ignited a spark within me, blurring the lines of what I knew I shouldn't feel. His smirk held a secret, as if he could pierce through the facade I desperately tried to maintain. "Do you feel this too?" he whispered softly. "No," I lied, my breath catching as I hurried on. His grip tightened, our bodies moving together in a dance that felt both exhilarating and wrong, the tension between us thickening, almost unbearable. I bit my lip, fighting the urge to let out a sound that could expose my secret longing. "Keep going," he growled, his grip on control faltering, his gaze locked onto mine, savoring every shift, every silent response. I pressed my nails into his chest, clinging tightly as waves of pleasure surged within me, on the brink of overflowing. His breath caught in his throat, his body tightening under my touch. And then with a final tremor he breathed out, his hands gripping me tightly as he surrendered to the moment. I rushed in right after, my heart racing with a mix of fear and longing. But I stifled my cries, masking my feelings as I fell into him, my body still alive with unspoken desire. For a fleeting moment we lay entwined, breaths mingling, our skin warm and glistening with the weight of unspoken desires. With a heavy heart, I shifted away from him, perching on the edge of the bed, the air thick with unspoken words. Text silence spoke volumes between us. Yet buried within my heart, the truth lingered, aching to be acknowledged. I cherished every fleeting moment of it, and so he did. I perched on the edge of the bed, clutching my robe tightly, aware that it offered little protection from the memories lingering in the air. My skin tingled, breath caught in a sweet, unsteady rhythm. His gaze lingered on me, heavy with unspoken desire, a tension that crackled in the air. "You took me off guard, Catherine." His voice was a soft caress, laced with a hint of mischief. "I never imagined you would find such joy in this moment." A fire ignited deep within me. I turned away, my heart racing with the weight of unspoken words. "It was only a deal," I whispered, my heart racing. He let out a soft, bittersweet laugh. "Of course, if that's what your heart desires to hold on to." The silence hung heavy, a fragile barrier between our hearts. I should have felt guilty, yet I held back. Not completely. A piece of my heart had craved it, more than I dared to confess. "I have something else to share with you." My eyes flickered toward him, a spark igniting in the silence between us. "What are you trying to say?" He reclined against the headboard, shirt undone, a storm of emotions hidden behind his gaze. "You felt a thrill in every moment. I can feel it in my heart. And there are men who would give anything for a woman like you." I tensed. "Are you serious right now?" "Absolutely not." His gaze lingered on me, filled with unspoken longing. "You whispered that there was nowhere left to turn. Yet you need not be. This could become something more than just a fleeting moment." My breath caught in my throat. That feels so wrong yet so right. This was just, I paused, lost in a whirlwind of feelings, unable to find the words to express what was stirring inside me. "What is it?" His smirk grew more mischievous, hinting at secrets untold. "Just a little secret? Is this really just a game?" I averted my gaze, heart pounding in my chest. I should have felt repulsed. Yet deep down I knew he was right. I had savored every moment. Now the idea of stepping back into that world, of feeling desired, of seizing the moment, of creating something beautiful from the shadows, felt achingly within reach. "It's your choice," he said, rising to his feet, his fingers deftly fastening his shirt, a hint of longing in his eyes. "You don't have to agree, but if you do, I can promise you a night that will linger in your thoughts long after it's over." A shiver coursed through my veins. Not just one but two. I took a deep breath. It should have been a simple no, yet it lingered in the air, heavy with unspoken desires. "What's the price of longing?" His smirk deepened, a hint of mischief dancing in his eyes. "More than you ever thought possible in a single fleeting moment." I breathed out softly, my heart racing wildly within me. One night, two souls intertwined, a decision that could shatter the world around them. I raised my chin, a silent agreement hanging in the air between us. "Okay." Mr. Peter's smile was electric, his fingers trembling as they brushed against his phone. "Sweetheart, I'll take that step." The following evening I found myself before the mirror, my fingers gliding over the fabric of my dress, feeling the thrill of anticipation and the weight of unspoken desires. Skin-hugging, daringly low, teasingly suggestive. Mr. Peter chose it just for me. And the heels he picked made my legs seem endless, stirring something deep within me that felt both thrilling and wrong. I hardly knew who I was anymore. My hands quivered as I brushed my hair back, a rush of emotion swirling within me. Why did my heart race with uncertainty? I had already chosen my path, even if it felt like stepping into shadows. There was no way to escape this feeling now. "You look perfect," Mr. Peter murmured from the doorway, his voice barely above a whisper, laced with longing. His gaze lingered on me, filled with a mix of desire and longing. "They'll love you," I breathed out, my heart racing with a mix of hope and fear. "Who are they, really? Just friends? Those who give too much?" His lips curled into a knowing smirk. "You whisper a soft goodnight to them, Catherine, and the weight of rent slips away. But then there's a knock at the door." My breath hitched. They had arrived, hearts racing with unspoken desires. Mr. Peter's smirk grew more mischievous, hinting at secrets untold. "It's time, my love." I faced the door, my heart racing as my fingers brushed against the handle. And then I dared to open it. Two men stood there, their eyes deep and intense, expressions cloaked in mystery, and they had come for me. I guided them into the room, my heart racing, every step heavy with longing. My heels whispered against the floor, the air thick with a tension we both felt but dared not acknowledge. They lingered near, their gaze enveloping me, two pairs of eyes, two men whose focus was entirely on my every move. I had made this choice. I craved this. Yet, deep within, a conflict stirred. A twinge of doubt mingled with an exhilarating thrill. He was the taller one, broad-shouldered and exuding a quiet confidence, and it was he who first dared to reach for me. His hand found my waist, strong yet gentle, his fingers tracing softly, as if he were etching every curve into his heart. He stood close, lean and sharp-eyed, a quiet presence that felt electric. His breath brushed against my shoulder, igniting a shiver that coursed through me, stirring something forbidden and thrilling within. "Let's handle this," he whispered, his fingers grazing the strap of my dress, playfully tugging at the fabric as our eyes locked. With each passing moment, barriers melted, revealing the truth beneath. Fingers traced paths of longing, discovering, cherishing, while the cool breeze whispered secrets against my skin. I leaned in closer, my fingers brushing against the hidden contours beneath their fabric, seeking the spark of their reaction. Their gaze held me captive, a silent promise lingering in the air. A soft breath escaped me, heavy with unspoken longing. There was only a heartbeat, a fleeting moment where everything else faded away. I longed to offer them the very thing they yearned for, a secret promise wrapped in longing. I moved with a trembling urgency, fingers trembling as they navigated the closures of their belts, each undoing a slow, deliberate act, sensing the electric tension that pulsed just beneath the layers separating us. Every breath felt like a secret, bodies entwined in a dance of longing, warmth igniting beneath my fingertips. A soft sigh slipped from his lips, a deep note of longing, as he gently lifted my chin, drawing me closer to the edge of something unspoken. His eyes locked onto mine, a storm of emotion swirling just beneath the surface. In that moment he whispered, his voice a silky caress, laced with a hint of danger. A familiar heat curled within me, a thrilling yet perilous sensation ignited by their gaze. Knees bent, movements slow and careful, I sank down, fingers entwined with theirs, warmth igniting my skin. One lingered close to my lips, a quiet plea poised for my choice. I leaned in, embracing the moment, savoring the warmth, exploring every curve of him with tender precision. His breath caught in his throat as he brushed his fingers through my hair, each gentle caress igniting a spark between us. The second man lingered in my thoughts, my other hand exploring him with equal fervor, teasing, coaxing out every response. His breath caught, fingers grazing the curve of my jaw, lost in the intensity of the moment. Their closeness, the soft whispers that danced around us, the electric tension hanging in the air, ignited a slow, deep warmth that blossomed within me. "That's it," one of them whispered, his voice thick and heavy with a longing that felt almost wrong. Just like that. The words ignited a thrill within me, allowing me to wander freely, to delve deep, to surrender completely to their allure. Then one of them leaned back just a bit, clearing his throat, as if trying to pull himself together amidst the tension that hung in the air. "Come here," he whispered, his voice a tantalizing murmur, filled with unspoken longing. "Our journey has only begun." I sank onto the mattress, breath hitching, my body alive with a forbidden thrill. He stood over me, his presence overwhelming, fingertips tracing gentle, tantalizing patterns on my inner thighs, each touch igniting a spark of longing, a delicious tension hanging in the air. He stepped closer, his fingers brushing my chin, gently tilting my face up to meet his. His eyes held mine, filled with a silent, burning intensity that sent shivers down my spine. "Let me discover the depths of your sweetness," he whispered, his voice low and teasing, a hint of mischief dancing in the air. He leaned closer, his breath a gentle warmth against my skin, and the first spark of feeling made me tremble. A breathless gasp lodged in my throat as his lips traced my skin, his touch tender, lingering, and filled with unspoken longing. My fingers tangled in the sheets, clenching tightly as every shift ignited a wave of forbidden pleasure within me. The second man drew closer, his lips barely grazing mine before the kiss deepened, a sweet, forbidden connection igniting between us. I embraced him, allowing his warmth to envelop me, silencing the soft gasps that slipped from my lips as desire ignited between us. They danced together, a forbidden melody, one whispering secrets against my lips while the other pulled me deeper into the moment, fingers entwined in my hair, holding me captive. "She's extraordinary," one of them whispered, his voice trembling with longing. My heart raced, a mix of fear and thrill coursing through me. Yet I moved forward without a second thought. I craved something deeper, and they sensed it in the air between us. They drew me in, their touch igniting a spark within me, as if they could sense the unspoken desires that lay hidden beneath the surface. Now I was on all fours, my body quaking, still alive with the thrill of their forbidden touch. The second man, the one who had lingered in the shadows, finally stepped closer, his hands warm on my waist, anchoring me in a moment that felt both thrilling and dangerous. "Are you prepared for what comes next?" he asked, his voice a whisper filled with unspoken longing. Before I could even gather my thoughts, he moved closer, a deliberate touch that ignited a fierce warmth deep within me. My breath caught, fingers gripping the sheets as I surrendered to the warmth of his presence. He let out a soft groan, his hands holding me firmly, his movements slow and intentional, as if he were cherishing each fleeting second. He stepped closer, his fingers brushing against my jaw, urging me to meet his eyes. "Let me feel you," he whispered, his voice trembling with longing. I opened my lips, inviting him in, feeling the warmth of his body against mine, our breaths intertwining in a delicate dance. In that fleeting moment he whispered, his thumb grazing my cheek, fingers weaving through my hair, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong. They swayed in unison, their presence enveloping me, one anchoring my body while the other held my gaze captive, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong. A soft gasp slipped from my lips, the sound causing him to draw in a breath, his fingers tightening against my skin. Behind me, the second man moved closer, his step smooth and enticing, sending a shiver through me as heat blossomed deep inside. "Your heart races, doesn't it?" one of them whispered, a playful lilt in his voice, filled with unspoken understanding. I gasped quietly, my heart racing, the undeniable truth woven into each breath, each whisper. I did, and it consumed me completely. They weren't done with me yet. They lifted me, shifting me effortlessly into a new position, guiding me to exactly where they desired. Now I found myself beneath him, his hands gripping my hips, anchoring me in place. Our eyes locked, and a spark of forbidden satisfaction danced on his lips. "Show me how much you desire this," he whispered, his hold on me firm yet electrifying. A soft sigh slipped from my lips as I lowered myself onto him, a fierce warmth igniting within me, the sensation sending another tremor through my body. His head sank into the pillows, a soft sigh escaping as I pressed closer, the air thick with unspoken longing. But behind me the second man lingered, his touch igniting a spark, teasing and testing, his fingers tracing the curve of my back, poised for my response. A sharp breath escaped me, anticipation twisting in my stomach, a flicker of hesitation mingling with an overwhelming desire as he leaned closer, his breath warm against my ear. "Take your time," he whispered, his voice a soft caress. "I'll be here to guide you." I breathed out, my heart racing, surrendering to the moment as he drew closer. The tension crackled, time slowing as we moved together, lost in a dance that felt both right and wrong. "That's it," one of them whispered, breathless and yearning. I couldn't tell who it was that whispered, my senses consumed by the moment, drowning in the heat of their touch, the warmth of their breath, our bodies entwined in a dance that felt both exhilarating and wrong. They moved together, one hand anchoring my hips while the other drew nearer, their touch deliberate and measured. The tension grew gradually, rippling through me in waves, my breath quickening as the feeling wound tighter and tighter. "You're incredible," one of them whispered, his voice trembling with a mix of awe and something deeper unspoken. "Look at her," the other whispered, his fingers brushing my spine, sending shivers through me, utterly entranced. I was overwhelmed, unable to contain the surge of emotions any longer. The tension within me reached its breaking point, a final intoxicating release that consumed me entirely. Waves of warmth flooded my body, and then a sharp breath escaped from beneath me. His fingers dug into my skin, his body tightening as he faltered, a low groan escaping his lips. His grip steadied me as he surrendered, following me into that blissful abyss. Time hung between them, electric and charged, before dissolving into a tender embrace. The room fell into a heavy hush, our breaths intertwining in a delicate dance of longing. In the end, I never thought it would mean so much to me, never imagined I'd crave more. Yet here I am, unable to escape the thoughts of it. So tell me, was I mistaken? Or was this precisely what my heart craved? Share your thoughts below. If you crave more tales that tug at your heart, remember to show your love and subscribe. Until we meet again.